Hey, this is Zora from the Deadly Sins, and this is our third AMA. This one, oh, fourth. Great start. Well, essentially, this one is not going to be as large as the other one. We had a lot of information last time. We still do have a lot of very valuable information, but um, we're more expecting some good questions that we've got in the AMA comments chat, and also some things I have written down. Um, because we don't want to reiterate things we've gone over in previous AMAs, the Deadly Sins is a collection of 6,666 sinners on the Cardano blockchain. We want to be integrated with all the amazing metaverses and build great community hub points and involve the community in a way other projects don't. And really shine out in that aspect and also with art in other senses. I'm Zora, otherwise known as Ethan. So I'm a coder and developer of the Deadly Sins. I do stuff such as networking for us and just managing and all the dev things behind the scenes to make sure that our mint and the processes behind it all go smoothly for everyone. I am educated in computer science and artificial intelligence, and that is my role in the Deadly Sins. I'm joined by Fana and Solly. Solly, if you want to introduce yourself quickly.
Hey, I'm Solly. I help out with the marketing, social media, a little bit of everything here. This is just a little short introduction. I'll pass it over to Fana now.
Hi everybody, I'm Fana and I do all the digital artwork and illustrations for the Deadly Sins. So I am hand drawing each unique traits for the collection. Just a little bit of background on me. I've studied graphic design at uni, um, and I graduated last year. And this project um, is like my first big project outside of uni, so I'm super excited for it.
Awesome. Okay. Before we get on to questions, just a few things I would like to address that are new. And if you're watching the YouTube video and want to catch up with a lot of the news, um, essentially we have had big collaborations and more that are still lined up yet to be released. The one that, as I'm speaking, that we have released is the Ape Society, and we're holding a 100 ADA giveaway for it. We're very excited. Actually, Amy Fanner was the one who was contacted by them, and we got it sorted out for it. So that was great, and it's really helped us out, and hopefully them in some ways for their holders with the whitelist spot giveaway. We have a big metaverse partnership hopefully coming up, one that we will be building on. So that's very exciting news. I can't um, dive too much into that because I'm still confirming things, but that's something we had later down on our roadmap was acquiring metaverse partnerships, and getting this done already now is quite exciting. We will be implementing some bots in our server early next week, some like CNFT tool bots. So this is going to help with things such as wallet submissions for the whitelist addresses. It's going to help out with trait dependent roles, which would be a big
Zor's audio just cut out during this time period, so bear with me.
petitions, but I can't say too much on that yet. There'll be stuff for Phantom enrollment and also sales bots. So that will help with people being up to date with the sales that are going through when we have minted. This will be on Twitter and Discord. As you've seen in the announcements, we are starting a poker tournament for reaching 6,666 members. We're already plus 100 from that, so growing strides and strides each day. Really amazing stuff, and we're excited to hold our first poker tournament with you guys. Um, we hope we have set it up well. The lovely Dot has helped us out with that a bit. And if we need to make any small changes, it's better to learn and practice and change it for next time, because we will be doing this more in the future. We have a sneak peek live drawing that is happening this Sunday. It's just being edited by Solly, and it'll be up, and it's probably our best sneak peek yet. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to see that. Uh, the policy IDs are out, not just for the main collection, but for the Phantom key. So we're getting really ahead of it. We want to be on top of everything, making sure we're early and everything runs very smoothly, because a lot of projects leave it last minute before doing these sort of things. And it just gets a bit messy. We aren't about that. We want to be organized and make our community feel safe with the process. And lastly, we have lots of our early post mint plans that we're ready to keep the community involved with the marketplace and showing proof of work and whatnot. So that's going to reassure investors we have plans set in place to make sure the steam isn't let off as soon as we mint. And I think that's really important to say. I think that is my big things to tell for this update for this AMA. But now we can dive into some questions. Does anyone in the AMA channel have anything they want to say before we move on to the comments written by people? If you want to unmute your mic, or there is 25 ADA up for grabs for good questions, so there's a few in there. No pressure, but no worries. All right, let me go to the AMA comments channel. Where does it start, Solly? Sorry.
Yeah, so I can just read out the first question.
Mm-hmm.
The first question's from Solly. With the CNFT space moving so fast 24/7, how do you guys plan on keeping the relevance, hype, and excitement for this project going?
Okay, that is definitely important. We are making sure we are networked well within the CNFT space, so we always want to be we'll have lots of collaborations, a lot of plans to show, like exactly what we said was the proof of work just prior. We want to be showing that straight away. That's going to keep people hyped and entertained, and we're going to be moving fast but efficiently. So we will show effective proof of work, and also keeping our community engaged post mint. When I was talking about those roles that are dependent on the traits you hold from our collection, um, there will be special ways really soon after we mint where you can be involved and create great things that will keep the marketplace active. People keep talking about it. We'll have Twitter events, Discord events. We'll have a lot of things going on. So we definitely have a lot planned up, and also little Easter eggs that we have yet to. Well, we're not going to announce. People will find out, and I think that would be really interesting to see how that unveils. I found the question actually. So the next one, is it from High Value Man? Yeah.
Yep.
Um, yes, I know there is a lot of hype of this project, but in worst case scenario where the 6666 collection isn't sold out, what shall you do then? Reduce supply or airdrop the phantoms? I don't think we would reduce our supply. I think the best case of action would definitely be on reevaluating market plans, showing proof of work, and then reopening once we are confident that um, we have that the community has trust in us. I'm pretty sure that we're on track to definitely sell out competitively. So, but in that scenario, yes, we have a backup plan, and it would be more in the sense we would reevaluate a marketing strategy and showing proof of work. Ronnie Go Boom. My question. We have been seeing a lot of different tactics to pump projects, floor prices recently. Some have been successful, some not so successful. What are your thoughts on floor raising competitions to artificially pump the price of an asset for short-term gains? You're right. Doing lots of those definitely is just a form of hyperinflation and just kind of doesn't really show actually what an asset's valued, and it will dump short after. So that isn't something we're exactly looking at. Like, I think maybe one or two like wouldn't be bad, but doing them lots, no. We have lots of um, not to keep going back to it. I guess I can say it because it's not like something we're hiding. It's we want to have certain roles in the server, but by you having certain traits, so you can enter these big competitions we'll be having post mint. Will be very nice rewards. So we're going about it a different way. So it's actually not the whole what's it called, flaw that might be affected. It'll be certain traits flaws becoming more valuable for that certain time period. We're like, oh, I got to get these traits so I can enter this competition, and I want to get this role, and it'll become competitive to push these floor traits up, and then you'll I guess people will be in anticipation when they're thinking, oh, what's the next role that I need to get before, just in case this one's chose next month, and people could be sweeping up stuff while it's cheap in anticipation it'll be worth more after, and also that they can get into the competition. So we have cool marketplace interactivity, if that's a word, so that our community can stay engaged with the marketplace and not artificially pump prices in a like what's it called, sweeping in events and stuff. Because it's obviously like even good projects do stuff like that, but it starts raising flags when it's becoming a constant thing, and you start worrying whether, oh, is this project actually got a good floor price, or are they just pumping it like this? So we do take this on board, and we have had discussions, and we think we know how to best go about it. And obviously things can change over time too. So we'll have ideas and more. Um, when can we expect info releases regarding details of Hell's House functionality, implementation, and utility for NFT holders specifically? Pretty soon after our mint, because we are getting the design process started straight away. And honestly, I'm even considering starting it before we mint, because I'm in good talks with the builders, but we have to wait and see. In terms of functionality, we can be able to show sneak peeks along the design process, so that's good. Implementation depends, I guess, on the metaverses, which raises the argument: is the space ready? From our research, we think it is, and stuff is coming out soon. Some things already are coming out, so it definitely is a matter of when. But we're making sure we're ready, so we're going to be on the forefront of that implementation, and we're hoping within the year, hopefully. Um, and utility for NFT holders specifically. Well, the staking, I'm hoping that to get it done either within 1 month or just after, so you don't have to be waiting for too long for the tokenomics and rewards in that sense. In terms of having these NFTs to access Hell's House, that then is linked to the implementation, of course. So we have to have they actually implemented so people can access these rooms. But that's what we're going to be doing differently, is having website utility, which is already available now. So you can still use that to gain access for certain things. So we will be making sure to maximize our community in terms of what is currently provided to us at the moment, and making sure we're ready for any progress in the space. And yeah, and those competitions we're thinking of having with traits, that will definitely be cool too. Um, okay.
You're
What
looking
other?
for the next question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question is, how do you feel about a long-term alliance between another project? What I mean by that is not a typical collab, but a full-fledged alliance for the long term. For example, you guys could do special events, giveaways, competitions together frequently. That's
Ooh.
that's
Well.
from Zaya, and happy birthday to his mom.
Aw, happy birthday to Zaya's mum. Um, yeah, we already are partnered with Carter Stacks and RoboTunes, and there will be collaborative efforts there. And we have actually two other partnerships where we will be working with. So one will be a Metaverse one that we'll be building on, and I am actually need to confirm things first before I release such information. But it's very exciting. And yes, we will be holding competitions and stuff. Long-term partnerships are important for us because we're a community project and need these networking to get us to these next steps. Um, and also, we are partnering with a Swedish project called Speed Throne, and we're sorting that out at the moment. And they're the ones helping us build in UE5 for a metaverse project. So yeah, we've got some cool partnerships coming up, and hopefully some uh, real life ones in the future too. That'll be cool. So next question, sorry.
We got a couple from DeFi. We got for
Hmm.
House. I think the Metaverse will end up having a house for each subculture, clique, niche. I think we should try to nail down the horror crowd or something along those lines. Maybe have movies showing in one room, a haunted maze somewhere else.
Mm.
Uh, oh, I guess it's more of a statement.
More of a statement. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no, and I agree. Um, Definitely more of the horror side, but also um, make it funky and engageful too, so it's a fun area to be in whilst being in that hellish setting. We are thinking of a haunted maze implementation with things such as treasure hunts. Shout out to Solly for that great idea. I mean, Broly.
Broly,
So
yeah.
similar. So yeah, so similar names actually. I didn't realize Solly, Broly. So yeah, haunted maze treasure hunt implementation, and yeah, a movie showing in one room. That would be real cool. And actually, I'm gonna make a note of that right now. Uh, a movie room. Yeah, look into that. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, next question. Is it a Patatots one?
Sort of. His second one was about
Hmm.
tattoo design, but I don't think it's a question.
Oh, I see his. Oh, he's got some questions here. Uh, will the TDS team itself be charged of the creation and maintenance, acting as operator? Okay. So essentially, I'm the one basically connecting all the work ethics efforts. So I'm like operating it, yes. But in terms of the build process, I have builders for different metaverses. So we have people for the Swedish people for UE5. They're amazing and super talented, and can't wait to show you their work and their project that's going to be coming up. We're going to be helping them launch. Um, and then we have Nala from Boss Cat Rocket Club helping us with our voxel designs for that Hell's House. And we have 3D Verse from RoboTunes, and he's gonna be helping us with Unity. So it's not like they're in team, but they're basically establishing good business connections and working with them closely. So yeah, it's outsourced, but still very closely operated by us and managed by us, and we'll be involving the community with the design process too. Like, do you want this here, or like, and the Phantoms especially with that as well. Will it be possible to delegate Ada in addition to the NFTs? I guess that is still something to be released. I'm still working on the maths for that, and I have a call actually with someone who's going to be helping me out with that on Tuesday. So getting that sorted, and I'll be able to answer that question later. Will the staking reward be only in the form of the project's native token? Um, Most likely, that was kind of the gist of things that we wanted to do. But this native token can be converted into ADA essentially. So that's important to note, and it can be used with the utility of Hell's House. It's a multi-purpose token. So yes, that will be the main reward. I think I heard you talk about the staking reward depending on how long, stacking rarity, and so on. With all these multipliers, will that influence the rewards, including extra benefit being phantom, staking card, for example? Being a phantom doesn't actually increase that staking reward. We think it's fair at the moment how we have it, where it's by uh, the main multiplier being the number of NFTs you hold. So it even matters having the ones that are more common, so it's not like leaving them out. Then it goes on to trait rarity, which helps with the multiplier. And then the lastly is how long you've held it. So this one isn't as important, but it still helps. So it does incentivize holding. There also will be other items you'll be able to stake in the future, not straight away, that will be able to increase its multiplier. And that's one of the Easter eggs that I'm actually talking about before, and I kind of don't want to speak too much on it. I want to keep it a secret. So next question is not there are not too many left, or sorry, actually, how long has this been going on for? Sorry.
This has been going on for 20 minutes. But
Okay.
his fifth question is
Hmm.
regarding Phantom's royalty percentage. It's going to be the same percentage across the Phantom role. The number of NFTs you hold does not matter. It's just having that role, having that Phantom key, gives you access to that 25% of royalties.
Exactly. Any other questions? Oh, by Timo. I missed it, but will there be a second round of mints for holders to get early access? Actually, yes. There is going to be a second venture, and we want to make it very clear this isn't a season 2. It is much more than that, and it is of great relevance with what we have planned in the future. And obviously, I can't say too much yet because we want it as a surprise. And by being a holder, so essentially not to say too much, but we have one main extra venture, and we have that will be combined with this, and we have two kind of sub ones which go alongside as well, but you'll see how they connect. I think Phantoms get a free NFT of the main venture, and then for holders, this will get them whitelisted for the mini ones that are also still very important, and you'll see why. Cough staking and cough other stuff. So there is really cool things we have mined, and also Metaverse implementation too. We're having some real funky implementations that I think you guys will like. So good question, actually. I do like that one. There will be rewards for holding and being Phantom with the future ventures. Uh, Other questions? Uh, mm, oh, any idea what the minting system will be like? Oh yeah, for some reason I keep forgetting to say this. Like on the When Mint podcast, that was the one main thing I forgot to say. I feel like that's such an important thing. Um, we will be holding the mint on our website, and we are working with the Cardano Crop Club on the mint. Yes, I'm a developer and have been doing it as such, but in terms of the mint process, like I just want to be 100% sure, that everything goes smoothly for our community. And having a system that has worked before and done well before, and is from trusted members of the community and really talented as well, Pokeball from Cardano Crop Club. So he'll be handling the traffic on our website with them, and doing the minting process. And we're talking very closely behind the scenes on the implementation and making sure it's as smooth as possible for our community. I haven't actually asked you this yet, Solly, but once we have it actually in place, I would think doing a little how-to video might be quite cool for the
Yeah,
community.
yeah, we definitely have to do one.
I think that would be really cool. Just so you guys know exactly how the minting process will work, and a nice little way to do it. All right, it's the last two questions down here by Zia and Special Needs Demon. Um, about Hell's House. How will it be built? With the architecture drawn by Fano, or is it planned from head and memory? Okay, so the design process, we are doing floor plans. Yes, Fano will be helping with the floor plans, and also the phantoms as well, and maybe some community polls as well, Twitter or Discord announcements. On what we think will look best. We have builders for each metaverse, so they are the ones designing it in a 3D implementation, and then I'll be working either on my own or with someone else as well with me on the interactive ability. So, for example, you're in the house and you want to interact with the shop. You click the shop when you're in there, and it brings up a board. That's me. So that's what I would be doing in that sense. Um, and then yeah, so it's basically we plan it out, give the builders the plan, get that all contracted with them, and show the progress as we go along, and make any changes along the way. So it's quite a um interesting process with a lot of talent going into it. And I think the last question, have you thought about doing any type of horror themed riddles slash puzzles that isn't too easy and isn't too hard to solve for whitelist giveaways? I've seen some servers do riddles puzzles, and like the first 5 or 10 people gets whitelist. It'd be quite fun. Maybe we can implement it. Also, Meow Gang Rise Up. Definitely the last part. um, yeah, we have obviously our spaces are getting more and more scarce. I'm not sure I've changed what it says yet, but at the moment it says 857. It might be a little bit more than that out of the 1111. So yeah, we definitely think we should do something cool in terms of a like community way to get some more whitelists, and um, we're also planning when to actually cut the uh, whitelist supply off for those final marketing spots and also for competition spots. So yeah, I will actually copy this comment down, and that is something that I will give you some XP for. It's a great comment.
Good idea.
Yeah. All right. How long has this been going on for, Solly?
25 minutes.
To be fair, like I think it's some people find it best to just having a shorter overview. And this week we had useful information, but it wasn't like we didn't need to go on for too long about it. So I think that's questions done for the AMA comments. Does anyone have any questions who are in the talk now? There's about 20 of you, or a bit less, but oh, another one. Horror themed escaped room in Hell's House. To be fair, we got to think about limitations of space as well, but that's a good idea. And I think we're going to allocate a set area where it can be changed on either a monthly or bi-monthly basis. So that can be something that can be suggested in the future, like what we should have there for next month, for example, to hype people up. But yeah, that is a good idea. Any other questions we got in the AMA comments chat?
Speak or forever hold your peace.
Okay, I'll just make this the last comment then from Pharaoh Fudbud. Tell us about the long-term goal of the project. We want to be the community known as the community hub point of the meta space and in the Cardano ecosystem, and really benefit our holders, and people be like when they're going to a new metaverse in the Cardano, be like, where should I go? I figure out how the system works and everything is a bit daunting maybe to help integrate the space. They'll be like, oh, the Deadly Sins. And we just want to be a place where we'll be holding community events. People will want to be a part of the community. And obviously, the long term goal is we want to be a blue chip project. And I really will do everything in my power to make this a possibility because we have so much talent in our team and in our community. And we have a lot of amazing plans. So I think it will be great. Okay, I got to make this the last question. Do you plan on making Metaverse cross-platform, mobile, PC, possibly VR? So it will be. You can access the places by browser as well as VR. So that would be two options. Obviously, VR would be cooler for you to use, but obviously everyone can't get a VR system, so you can do it by browser as well. Mobile, I kind of I don't know. I don't think so, but oh, we'll see. I'm gonna have to end questions there, but this has been a very good session. I mean, just think of all the questions that have been asked. Um, Anything that sticks out to you, Solly? I picked last time, so did you want to pick this time, Solly?
No, I'm very indecisive. You should pick.
Okay. Um, hon- Honestly, I think Pat Tot won with Ronnie last time, but his set of 5 questions were actually really good for the talk, and I think would be beneficial to our listeners. So, thank you for everyone who asked questions, and I will be rewarding you all XP. So thank you for that. But I think Patatot, if you'd like to submit a support ticket, I really liked your set of 5 questions that you had laid out for us. So you win the 25 ADA. Well done. Okay, and I think we're going to conclude the Deadly Sins 4th AMA. Thank you all for being here. I know today was a little bit disorganized, but we made it and we made success of it. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.